Hey everybody! First of all, Merry Christmas! It's Christmas again. 12 days of anime is come and gone. I've enjoyed watching your guys' stuff. My stuff kind of fell by the wayside because moving again in life, you know, as Jeff Goldblum would say, life finds a way. Or rather, it gets in the way? Yeah, I recorded all the other ones ahead of time to kind of give myself a head start, but then when it came time to record these new ones, the top 5, I couldn't find my camera, so excuse me, still recovering from that cold. So I had a little trouble recording things. I figured I would just compile all the top 5 into this last little video for you, and I won't take up too much of your time because I know you got Christmas stuff you gotta do, but my number 5 moment from my 12 Days of Anime was gonna be from School Live. The end of the first episode, there was a pretty big plot twist, and anyone that watched it knows what I'm talking about. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if this was on a lot of people's countdown list, because it starts off as just like an innocent little girl going to school, filler, just kind of a cutesy show. Like half the episode was her just chasing the their mascot dog around the school building, and then literally in like the last minute, it turns out that like you've been seeing the episode from her point of view, but then suddenly you see it from someone else's point of view, and you see what the world actually is.
本当に犬なのかよ、太郎丸。もうほっとくと勝手にどっか行っちゃうから困るんだよね。ギューってしたくなるんだよ。先輩。あ、みーくん。どうしたの？学園生活部の。そう。みきちゃんだからみーくん。みーくんって頭いいんだよ。
And it's the zombie apocalypse, and this cute little girl that you've been watching the entire time has mentally snapped, and she now just sees the world. She's repressed the zombie apocalypse ever happened, and she's now just imagining the world as it once was. She's living out a fantasy. She is crazy. She is so far gone, yet so adorable. It just blew me for a loop. I was just like, what is this? The most amazing thing ever. It kind of reminded me of last year when Samurai Flamenco went super like weird meta. Number 4 was tough because I knew it was gonna be One Punch Man, but I didn't know if I wanted it to be the moment from episode 1. There's so many to pick from. I didn't know if I wanted to pick from episode 1. I didn't know if I wanted to pick Speed of Sound Sonic's intro, because that was sick. The whole Deep Sea King fight, the little moment between Genos and Saitama when they realized that they could make the sale on Saturday if they hurry, that was adorable.
閉店は22時です。片道4時間かかる道のりです。かなり急げばまだ間に合いますが。
かなり急げば間に合うんだな。
はい。
行くぞ、ジェロス。
はい、先生。
I think what I'm gonna go with though, just based on sheer spectacle, just sheer like, wow, look at the money on screen. I think I'm gonna go with the training match between Saitama and Genos, because I mean the fights are great in a hilarious kind of way, but not in a big way. The first episode really gets you hungry for a big epic battle, but no one is really able to go toe to toe with Saitama. I mean, obviously that's the plot of the show, but then it comes to him and Genos, and you know Saitama can't kill him because it's his apprentice. If anyone's gonna lay a finger on his shiny head, it would be Genos, the super sexy fighting robot from the future. Not from the future, I just like the song. Number 3 is gonna be from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the final showdown with Dio, just the entire battle, from the moment when they, you know, when Polnareff first meets up with him up until the final punch is thrown. It was super hype, super enjoyable. It was worth the build all the way up to here, and it was so much better than the OVAs that we had before. They took the same character design and the same elements, like the fighting and the powers and stuff, but they did it so like dark and unpleasant that there was a tone clash going on. They still had Dio wearing like a heart belt, but he's like this super sinister sounding kind of villain. The dub was really off.
Is that the best you can do? Now it has been proven that you can only move for an instant at a time. And that time is up.
残りあと2秒。それだけか動けるのは。やはり動けるのは一瞬だけということが証明されたな。
But in this Stardust Crusaders, when they've done now, it's pitch perfect, and a big part of that is because the voice acting is like spot on, especially Dio. The voice actor for Dio is just having an absolute ball. The character of Dio is supposed to be, you know, ripe with enigmatic energy, and the actor really embodies that kind of charisma.
Not unlike a child learning how to first ride a bicycle. He'll get the hang of it in no time.
実にすがすがしい気分だ。歌でも一つ歌いたいようないい気分だ。100年前に不老不死を手に入れたが、これほどまでに絶好調の晴れ晴れとした気分はなかったな。最高にはいってやつだ。
And I mean, who could leave this the Muda 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 Road Roller out of any best anime moment of the year list? I mean, come on. Number 2 was tough also because it's from Kuroko No Basuke, and I really had to set myself to the side. And I mean, I knew that the assist 3-pointer between Midorima and Takao, I knew that was the big moment for me, because he's my favorite out of the entire Generation of Miracles. He's my favorite, and to see him, you know, growing and how he's playing, but not only that, but like kind of mirroring Serin's play style, or their past shoot kind of thing, but instead of slam dunking, it's, you know, 3-pointers, and that's so sick.
ボールを持ってないのにシュートモーションに入った。何をやっている。まさか。
But I mean, it was lacking a little tension because just based off of, if you know anything about storytelling in general, you kind of already knew what was going to happen. But really, the best moment from Kuroko no Basuke was the final game, the final match between Serin and Akashi. From the music, the animation, the direction, the voice acting, having the little guys actually playing a part in it. Everyone felt like a chess piece being expertly played just to their strengths. But even then it was kept you on your toes, like this might still not be enough.
I wanna fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle, let my spirit carry me. I want to fly like an eagle. All through the revolution. Lead the baby.
I mean, I had to pick one to be at the top of the list. You know what I mean? And that was not easy to do this year because JoJo and Kuroko were like my go-to shows this year. Like my big, like, I'm excited to get home and watch a new episode kind of thing. The others I could always just kind of like, I'll get to it when I get to it, whatever. I mean, I'll just sit down and binge a few episodes. It's not a big deal. But JoJo and Kuroko, I had to sit down and I would watch every new episode. So I had to sit and think, like, what moment from what show beats that? You know what I mean? And what I ultimately decided on was from something completely different. Death Parade in general is a very well done show. It has its problems, a lot of them in episode 2. I think episode 2 is awful. But, I mean, it's a flawed show, as every show is. It has its fair share of issues, but by far and away, my number one moment being from it is a combination of it really being that good, as well as it subverting my expectations, because I went into it just because I wasn't expecting to get a whole lot out of this show, and yet by the end of it, I was moved almost to tears. The main character, Chiyuki, is just kind of like I don't want to say a nothing character, but she's also not shown to be very three-dimensional for quite a while. She's kind of very much like the viewer. She is just a witness to the things that are happening in the show, up until a certain point when the narrative of her backstory actually is shown, and the series itself starts to take a narrative, the initiative for a narrative. And I would be tempted to say that it's better that way, because had it rushed into it a little too quickly, it might have burned itself out too quickly. There might not have been much substance for the rest of the show. It would have been one of those shows where it's like, oh, it's got up to a point and then it pitters out. But the moment that I'm picking is specifically from her backstory. It was the ice skating sequence. The way that was put together with the movements and the music, and all kind of wrapping the bow around this character's arc was absolutely amazing. It was incredible. I would highly discourage just going and looking up it online or just watching. I'm not even going to show you a whole lot of it, to be perfectly honest, because part of the build-up to it is, watching the show, is watching the episodes up to it. That, takes it's a big part of the reason why it hits you as hard as it does. And that's my number one moment from 2015 anime, easily, far and away. The others were like cool spectacle type fights. Look at the animation, it's so pretty. Or like a plot twist or something like that. There wasn't, not much competition. This one was, like I said, it was the only one that moved me to tears. Or almost to tears. So, yeah, that's my number one moment. I hope you guys enjoyed watching these. Sorry for dropping the ball for a little bit, but I picked back up, rebounded, and now we're good. So I don't know what I'm doing with this. I'm still in Midorino mode, so I will let you guys go. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all that shit. And I will see you guys around the channel sometime soon. Bye.